Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it. I love it. We've got Dr. Corey Blake on the show with us this morning. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
I'm not.
Annoying? It's so annoying,
I'm like,
right?
whatever.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah.
I just am not. I had Monday I had a fall. So I went down my treacherous driveway and I was literally scream crying in the driveway. My husband's in the car. I'm under the wheel well.
Of course.
Like, help. It's awful. And so, now I'm injured. I'm irritated. And I've entered that portion of the year where I'm just done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not.
Right. Like I still have shit to do, but like I'm like done. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's so normal, right?
Good. I know. I need to be reminded of that sometimes though.
Yeah. But it is like probably 80% of us are experiencing that right now.
Yeah.
This time with the holidays, right? So it's totally normal.
See, we're not alone. If you're out there stressing, let it go. I asked a question of the day today was what percentage of are you done with your shopping? And I'm like, I'm like 0% done.
Yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
0% done. So introduce yourself to everybody. We've not had you on the show.
Yeah, it's my first time.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you here. And I'm excited for our guests to know more about what it is that you're doing.
Perfect. Yeah. So my name is Corey Blake. I am a feminine leadership coach and the founder of the Fera Collective. So I am basically working with women who are experiencing burnout and stress.
What?
Stephanie, hi. And really helping them be able to redefine their experience. So really reconnecting with what their identity is separate from the roles that they play, which is super fun. It's so incredible to create space for that, for women to be able to actually be like, oh, wait, I get to think about what it is that I want and how I want to show up and what I want my life to be like. What?
Yeah, that was new for me in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Of all of that development in my own personal development journey. And I hate the journey, but it's one we're on.
It's annoying. It's really annoying, right? Like I think that's part of the journey is the annoyance.
What's up, Kayla? Hello, Manessa. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning. And we're just going to talk about this situation that is our life, right? Sometimes I look at from the outside and I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Where are we going? What made you decide to do this?
What made me decide to do
The
this
Fera
work?
Collective.
Yeah. So, I mean, Fera is really based on like recreating wildness in us because we've basically shaved down so many parts of ourselves. So I think that, working with women in the coaching industry, it's become so apparent to me how many of us are struggling with like, well, what does it actually look like to feel really alive again? Like we're so good at doing all the things and achieving, right? But what I wanted was a space where women could reconnect with like, not only how am I showing up in the world as a leader, as a business owner, as a mom, whatever that is, but how do I do that in a way that I'm lit up by and I feel on fire and I feel connected to who I am? And because that makes everything easier.
Yeah.
Right? Makes everything easier and it makes the experience 1,000 times better for us. But we're not really taught to focus on that. Right?
Yeah.
Like our culture is so achievement driven. And there's a reason for that. But it's also that like it's actually kind of a revolutionary act to learn to care for yourself and appreciate yourself in the way that we're talking about inside the Fera Collective. It's really a different perspective on how we can live.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the inspiration.
How did you arrive here though?
I mean, it was a journey.
Oh, God. Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, so I practiced veterinary medicine, owned a veterinary hospital here on the Cape for, 10 years. And I experienced some really significant burnout as a business owner and as a leader. And I had my own journey of like finding my way out of that, right? So
Yeah.
like I ended up resourcing myself really well. Like I got consultants, I got coaches, like I figured out what I needed, because not only for me was it a skill set thing, like learning how to be a good leader. Holy crap, the learning curve with
Yeah.
that, right? Especially in learning how to do a job, be a professional, learn how to be a good leader and how to run a business all at the same time. Like,
I
talk
know.
about
It is.
overload.
Yeah. It's like drinking water from a fire hose.
It is,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so I had that experience of like, hold on, like I have a doctorate. I have like my life is pretty put together. Like I have a home, I have my family, I have a partner. And I had this moment of like, well, hold on. If I'm experiencing this and I'm pretty privileged, right? Like
Mhm.
what's like there's something wrong with the system here, right? Like I didn't have any major things in my life that made me go like I should really not be experiencing burnout.
Yeah.
Right? Like that made me feel like I had to overcome. And yet at the same time, like it was a pattern I had created in my life.
Mhm.
So it was this consistent thing of like, well, what is going on here? Because it feels like the system is broken. And
Mhm.
so I basically went on this journey of figuring out like, okay, well, if the system's broken, then what's going on? Like, where's the disconnect? And so I followed all the things that basically were scary.
Psycho.
Right? But I mean, like, that's where we grow, right? And if
Yeah.
I had stayed in the stuff that was normal, I would have stayed exactly where I was.
Yeah. Good morning, Dave Hegner. You are in for a wild ride this
Good
morning.
morning.
Lenore, one word, ladies, estrogen.
Yeah.
We can get to that part later.
Mhm.
Right now, we're just talking really about your attitude, I think, and the way you view things.
Yeah, it's your attitude, the way you view things. I mean, I think more than anything else, it's how we relate to ourselves. Right?
Mm.
So, I think that was the biggest thing that was impactful for me on this journey is that I thought I had all of my, I thought I had a really good self concept. Like I
Yeah.
thought, I had good education. I felt like I was pretty proud of the person that I was,
Mhm.
but I had really no idea how much I was internally like judging myself
Yeah.
and also kind of like getting in my own way by
Aren't we the best at that,
well,
though?
we're really good at that.
We're so good.
I really feel like that's a skill set.
We all possess it.
Right,
Lucky us.
right, yeah. Like that can go on a resume, I feel
Yeah,
like.
right.
But like we're really good at getting in our own way. We're really good at contorting ourselves. I think that's like a special skill that
Mhm.
we have as we grow up is like, how can I get myself in this position? Oh, wait, you want me to be a little bit over to the right. Okay, I'll lean that way. That person wants me to be like crooked. So I'm going to lean like this. And then you end up being in your body in this way that's like, it takes so much energy to maintain that person that
Mhm.
you've become for everybody else that your energy just kind of like gets zapped from
Yeah.
that whole process. And I think it's subconscious. Like we don't even realize it's happening.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you are out there nodding your head, yes, going, okay, great. We now understand this. I get it. And you see it every day. How do you stop? Like where do you just decide we're not doing that anymore and we need to stand up straight? I need a chiropractor.
Yeah.
For
Well,
my mental health.
I think the place to start is to notice where you feel like you aren't showing up fully, right? So like where are the places where you maybe aren't saying the thing that's real for you, or where are the places where you're choosing to be a little bit smaller? Like, okay, I could be a little bit more bold in this moment. I could either say this thing, or I could wear this thing, or I could choose the thing that I actually want to do. But where am I taking the path of least resistance here? So like creating that awareness of when that's happening. And then biggest thing on my journey that was impactful for me was being able to start to say like my well-being, my enjoyment, my pleasure, my joy, all of those things are a birthright. And so I get to actually be able to experiment with what are the things that I like.
Mhm.
And that's part of like expanding in life and bringing that joy in, right? The more that we can start to be able to cultivate positive energy and positive experience intentionally in our life, the less we experience things like stress and
You said a scary word for most adults, which is the word experiment.
burnout. Yeah.
We don't like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Right. No, we don't. We don't.
What? We're not going to just experiment with our life.
Right.
What does that look like?
Well, I actually did a podcast about this week.
Perfect.
Right? So like, I think it's called Play as a Performance Strategy. Right. And so it's freaking scary.
Yeah.
It's really scary. So how do we play? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we go about doing that? Sometimes just putting things into motion is a difficult step for many,
so do you
including
guys,
myself.
Right. But okay. So do you guys remember there was a movie, Runaway Bride, right? Julia Roberts. So in that movie, she is talking about how someone asked her what kind of eggs she likes, right? And she's like, what kind of eggs are you going to get? Because I'll just get that one. Right. So,
which I tend to do a lot when somebody's doing stuff, and especially like RTB, for example, my friend who we pretty much have similar tastes, and he's very discerning.
Yes.
So I'm okay with just relaxing into what are we doing? Let's have 2 of those.
Right.
I don't need to think about it. And that for me is a relaxation thing.
Exactly. And that it can go both ways.
Yeah.
Right. It's figuring out those moments when like, oh, I actually I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
Like, what is it that I like? And experimenting. So like, okay, order 4 types of eggs. Like, who cares? Like, I don't care what the waitress is going to ask me, right? It's also like experimenting with like you're in a store and being like, what are the colors here that I love? Like, what lights me up? What makes me inside myself feel excited? What are the textures that feel really cool to me? Like just paying attention to the details is actually really important with experimentation.
If you've ever seen Corey at any event, she is most likely wearing faux fur, maybe real fur.
No, not real.
I forget where we were. Maybe one of the farmers markets where someone was like, what is she wearing? I need it. It was this fabulous gown.
Yes.
And you're always wearing something fun.
Yeah. And I do it because it's part of what brings me joy. Right. So like there's a difference between dressing because you want to get attention or you want somebody to pay attention to you.
Yeah.
Versus putting on clothes or accessories that make you feel absolutely delicious when you walk around.
Okay. I need to channel a little more of that. I just put on clothes because walking around naked is not allowed. This is my fashion.
It's a small detail. Yeah.
Stephanie, you will go to jail. Put clothes on.
Right. Yeah. But like it's so easy to just like throw on sweats, right? Like it really, really is. And I've noticed for myself that when I do that and then I go out in the world, my energy is really different.
Okay.
So like my energy of how I interact with other people, the way I show up is so much more expansive and curious and playful when I am doing something for myself that makes me feel good.
And it's something that I never really sat and thought about, but when you've got a cute outfit on and you want the world to see you, that energy that comes with that is real. It's palpable.
Yeah. It's like how it's in my thought process. It's how I'm aligning how I'm showing up in the world with who I am as a human. Right. So like if there's pieces inside me that get excited when I see something or I put something on, then that actually takes my energy and it brings it to a higher level, a higher vibration. And I bring that out into the world, which means that I actually connect with people all the time. Like I have conversations and connections with people that I never would have had because I'm in a place where I feel confident. I feel good about myself.
Yeah.
And I can bring that out in them too. And it creates this beautiful kind of dialogue. And I never had that before I started this work.
I love it.
Yeah. It's been such a a crazy journey because the way that I exist in the world now is a mirror image of the way I existed in the world 10 years ago.
Well, and it's something that you don't really notice you need until you need it. And then you're like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Got it. It's taken me a long time to realize all the great work that you've been doing, but I'm also new to the world of needing coaches or figuring out what I want to do professionally and where that path is going to take me. And I'm not exactly, definitive of where it is. And I'm cool to take a right turn and I'm allowing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we've all kind of like had that journey of like, am I supposed to have the same career for like my whole life? Like,
right.
Nope. But like it can be kind of a process to be like, oh wait, I can pivot. A pivot is okay.
Yeah.
And then there's a second level of like, well, but what do I actually want to pivot to? Like, what do I actually want to do?
Well,
Like,
it's that word development.
Yeah.
And as you're
Yeah.
developing, you might not like that.
Right. And there's the whole process around even allowing yourself to think about it, right? Like we have these places in our lives that feel safe, right? Like, okay, I have this job or I have this way of existing in the world, and I've created safety around that. And every time we start to pivot or we start to stretch into something that's new, there's normal like contraction and fear and doubt and imposter syndrome and all of those things. They just slam into us. That's like the normal progression of things, right? We have something we want, and then automatically what happens after we figure out what we want is some sort of disaster happens and comes in and tells us like, oh no,
you're on the wrong danger.
Right? So the trick is like, how do you stay in that place of like all of the stuff that's coming into your world telling you this isn't for you?
Yeah.
And being able to like learn the lesson that's there so that you can actually stay on the journey and get to the place.
Yeah.
Because we get in our way so often, we actually don't even end up fulfilling so many of the things that we want.
Yeah.
Because of all the voices in our head.
It's funny. I had this conversation yesterday with one of my girlfriends, Bree, and I was like, she's a very much earth person.
Yeah.
She's not up in the clouds. She is like, I walk here in 3D earth. This is where I live.
Yeah.
And I just said to her, I don't know what lesson I'm supposed to be learning right now, but I feel like I've been here. I've done this. Why am I still here? What am I missing?
Yeah.
There's a lesson I'm missing.
Right.
I'm not meant to suffer all of the time.
No, and I think that's really real. Like we have these lessons that come into our lives, right? All these experiences that are meant to teach us things. If we learn the lesson, great, we move on and then we learn another lesson. But if we don't learn the lesson, like the universe threw us a rock and now it's going to throw us a boulder.
Why?
Like it's going to keep throwing rocks until we like start to pay
attention, right?
Yeah. So it's a process.
I'm still waiting to figure it out. Well, good morning, Katerina. She said transformation, and it absolutely is. You're going through it right now, Kat, with all of the things that you've got in your space. And she's doing a lot of no thank you tastes of where she belongs. Is it school? Is it development in a career? Is it, do I belong here on the school committee? Do I belong?
Yeah.
And I'm loving what you're working with right now, and you'll figure it out. And I like that you're not getting on yourself for not knowing where it's going to land.
Yeah. I just want to really celebrate the heck out of that.
Yeah.
Like, that takes so much courage to be able to try things on, right? To experiment. Like we're talking about, like it takes a lot of courage to go out there and be like, do I want to do this? Wait, I actually don't. And I'm going to say no, thank you. And I'm going to move on.
And it's fun to be around people that are doing that. It's like I get a front row seat to see where this is going sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really what I like about the position that I'm in right now. And everyone's like, how are you doing all of this stuff? You just do it. But also I'm enjoying it. I'm watching businesses and small businesses and micro businesses develop into whatever it is. And I find that joyful. I find like this is an exciting moment for me to kind of be in the car driving them places. Where are we going? You want to go there? Cool.
Right.
I like it.
And it's figuring out how to be in that space of like, this is really exciting to me. And there's a place of, oh my gosh, this is a lot and it may be draining my energy. How do I balance those two things, right? Because we get to do the things that we want and we also get to enjoy the process. So finding that balance is the trick.
I'm really glad that you booked a time on, especially now when I feel like there's just so much chaos going on between needs, personal needs, mental needs, your family's needs from you, and then dealing with uncomfortable situations where, we're coming into a time of year where we're spending time with family. We talked about grief yesterday. So I think it's good to talk about this where you're a badass bitch and you're out there in the world and you need to be reminded of that sometimes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they can coexist, right? You don't have to choose what you want and your enjoyment. Like that's the thing. It's like we can actually do both at the same time, which is, I think, sometimes feels elusive for a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. Dr. Dina Ben David, thank you very much for joining us. She said, love this talk. Sam, experimenting, so good. And you do it so well. It comes naturally to you. And I'm always watching what you're doing, whether it's creating book, creating an art, making an album. Like you're definitely one of those people that throw yourselves at whatever it is you want to do, attack it and be like, okay, I did that. Now what am I doing? It's not just staying in that same comfortability space, which is nice to see all these fabulous women creating. Lauren, you're great at that as well. Thanks for joining us on the show. And I just love this conversation. The podcast.
Yeah.
What made you decide?
So the Fera Fireside podcast I started 2 weeks ago. It's in its second week. I'm super excited.
I got an
about
early
it.
play. Very much enjoyed it. I was like, oh, this is really, you're good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Broadcast professional here. You know, I'm always a little bit judgy. And I heard it. I was like,
And
that's
she should
really
be.
good.
She's good at what she does.
It's like,
That's
I'll be the
expertise,
judge of that. Wait a
Stephanie.
minute. It's good.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's message driven, which is
Thank you.
important.
Yeah, I really wanted to create a space where high performing women, like I kept it short, like it's like 10 minutes on purpose because nobody has time to do like.
No,
an
I really
hour-long
did. I was
thing.
running an errand. I was like, all right, I'll throw it on in the car. I'll get a chance. And I did. I
Yeah.
got to my next spot and it wasn't.
Exactly. So, and I wanted a space where we could start to normalize all these things and B, like really talk about what's the solutions. Like, how do we actually get into a space? Like, it's actually real. It's real that we can kind of come back to more of that wild, playful nature that we had when we were little.
Let's talk a little bit about getting to the solutions. I think we as people are really good at complaining or finding that little thing that irritates us or we're unhappy with.
Mhm.
Solutions driven thought
Yeah.
is sometimes really difficult.
It is. I mean, but that's kind of the world that we live in, right? Like, and actually, it's how our nervous systems are built. Okay, so we are built as humans. It's very exciting.
I know it is though.
But like, I think it's really important that we understand that we are built as humans to detect threat. So like, we're like really good threat detectors.
Mhm.
So our systems are built to see the things that are wrong, right? We actually have to train ourselves to see the things that are right. It's like going to the gym and building a muscle. Like the more often we do it, the easier it is.
Mhm.
And so that's so much of the solutions oriented things that we do in coaching is really starting to flex what are the muscles that we can start to build so that we're rebuilding neural pathways. Like we can actually program our brains, reprogram our habits and our patterns very intentionally. There's so much cool science to neuroplasticity now that you can tell I do a lot of work with physiology. Right?
No, but I love that though.
Yeah.
Anytime I can blame something on science, I will.
Right. Right.
I have to do it this way. It's science.
I think your point's really valid, right? And it actually helps us judge ourselves less because we can be like, oh, that's how my body works. Huh.
Right.
Okay, cool. Now I know that. I'm going to choose differently.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I for whatever reason, I feel like it's a tool in my toolbox that I arm myself with all of the time. It's not me, it's science. It's above me.
Right. Exactly.
This is why I'm doing it this way. We are chatting with Dr. Corey Blake today, and she's from the Fera Collective. She's got a new podcast out. What are your goals with the podcast?
I really just want to be able to reach more people
Mhm.
and have women start to actually, I don't know, I think feel into what it could be like and what the options are. So I want women to know that there's another way of being and that it's accessible for them, right? Like they can choose it. I want them to know what choices they can make every day that are actually going to lead them to having more fun in their life. And
Kathy
feeling,
says, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
Right?
That's fine.
But that's the thing. is
Welcome.
that it's so okay. Think about it this way, right? Like we grow up, and I love that you said that, Kathy. So like we grow up in a society, right? Like you're 5 years old and somebody tells you like you're being too loud, right? Okay, so you start to tone it down. And then you're in 6th grade and you wear socks with Birkenstocks and somebody's like, no. And so then you never do that again. And then something else happens in college and like basically what you're doing is you're shaping yourself, right?
Yeah, you're stacking up your lessons and making the snowman that you are.
Which is a survival mechanism that is normal for us as we grow. Like that's evolutionary. Like, because remember, we were taught, well, the way we work is that we are supposed to be in community, right? And so
Mhm.
like that when 2000 years ago, if we weren't in community, it'd be harder to survive.
Right.
So like that's an evolutionary response.
You fit in. You're with us. You're part of the herd.
Right.
It's normal.
So think about this. Like you start off as say like a gummy bear, right? When you're born, and then you start to like cut off your ear and you cut off your foot and you cut off your hand so that you can make other people accept you in some way, right? And then 20 years later, you look in the mirror and you're just a blob of gummy goo. So like, it's no wonder that we start to lose our identity.
Yeah.
Right. Like we start to forget, well,
shape this ooze that I've become.
Yeah. Like okay, when someone asks you, who are you? Okay, I'm a mom, I'm a doctor, I'm whatever, right? Like that's not who I am. That's what I do. But it's so hard for people to identify with their personal identity.
Yeah.
Because it's gotten so mired in the mud of everything going on around
all your
us.
stuff, like you're wearing your resume. I had a great conversation with Emily Wagner, who is the executive director of CCYP.
Yeah. Yep.
And we were at a business coffee networking event in the morning, and I loved her little name tag. It just was her name.
Mhm.
It was this beautiful, bold, shining, just Emily.
Mhm.
And I was like, I love that. I want one. She's like, I'll make you one. This is kind of what I do, but I love that instead of having this name tag that you're the this with this title. And, you know, we are so many more things than that executive director of this group here right now.
Right.
That I just loved it. For me, it symbolized, oh yeah, I do. Like, I don't know which one of the Stephanies I am when I go out in public. You forget that you can just be you.
Right.
And that's what it is. Not my resume on a name tag.
Yeah.
So yeah, talking about that shape of who you are as your identity. I'm just a Stephanie. This is what I'm doing.
Right.
And it's nice to be that sometimes.
Right. Yeah. And the reality is that I don't think I know, like a lot of the women that I've worked with and the people that I talk to are really just struggling with like, I don't even know who I am anymore. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I want to do. And then they're all,
what are you going to talk about then?
Right. Like, what are you going to talk about? And where's my value if I don't know who I am?
Yeah.
Especially in transition, right? Like moms that are kids that are leaving for college or have, retired or things like that. We tend to take our identities and kind of like slap them with the things that take the most time in our lives, right?
Yeah.
And so like really reprogramming that judgment around like, well, I don't know who I am. Do I have any value? Like, of course you have value. Of course you have value. It's finding it within yourself is the first step.
Well, that's exactly it. If you don't know what you value, how do you have value to others?
Exactly.
And that's a little upsetting for many to come to when you get there, right?
Yeah.
Dina says, yes, thank you for naming this. We absolutely train our nervous system. The neuroscience on this is so clear. Loving this conversation. So aligned with the philosophy that they work with. Let's collaborate. I will get you two together. You're like great. Minutes away from each other in Sandwich also. I mean, when you don't throw in construction.
It took a little long to get.
Bleep you, Cape Cod. Why is everything dug up right now? It's very annoying to get anywhere. Yes. I'll be like, I'll be there in 15 to 45 minutes. So I had to cross into Sandwich yesterday and it was a process.
Yes.
I felt like I needed my passport stamped. It was obnoxious.
Yeah. And I'm so thankful they're doing it now.
Oh, yeah.
In June. Like,
yep. We are all.
Thank you to Public Works for that. Because
know.
Yes, well planned.
Seriously. Oh, I'm going to talk with my DPW today about the bill you just sent me. Not pleased. Not pleased. We were talking to Dr. Corey Blake today about the Fera Collective, this fabulous ball gown brunch that is coming up January 11th.
Yes.
How do we dress for this? Where do we decide to do this? How do we get a ticket? I have questions.
This is such a fun event. I am like so stoked. If you can't even tell, just like watching me talk about it, it is like the opportunity to basically lean into your stretch, right? So we were talking about identity, right? Like not knowing where the places that like light you up, not knowing what you like this is the opportunity to play with that. It's all about, it's a day to show up, have fun, to play full out, and to allow yourself to be seen in a new and different way. So you can wear whatever lights you up. Okay. That's the rule. If it makes you feel alive, that's what you wear. So I am actually wearing a ball gown because I found this vintage ball gown at a theater like flea market 3 years ago.
I love it.
And I really wanted my daughter to wear it to prom, and she saw it and was like, no.
Not for me.
But
Don't you hate that sometimes? I
Yeah.
wish my girls would lean into my vision of them sometimes, and
Yeah.
they don't.
right.
They
yeah.
never will.
Mhm. Yeah.
My
Exactly.
son now does it too. I'm like, nobody wants to do the things I want for them.
Wouldn't the world be so nice if that happened? Really would, yeah. But like, so I bought this dress because I thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Right. And so I've been staring at it for 2 years, being like,
What am I
going
gonna
to do
do?
with you? What am I going to do with you? Because you can't just sit in my closet. It's like from the 50s. It's
so fun.
gorgeous. And so this is my stretch. Okay. So like, I took it to a tailor this week. It's okay, ladies, it's a size 2. I'm not a size 2.
Like, how do we work with this?
Right, exactly.
Make it happen, because
Exactly.
I'm not going on a crash diet.
Exactly. And so I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to take it to a tailor, and I'm going to make them do like a corset back so it can be whatever size it needs to be.
Perfect.
And yeah,
Genius.
so that's my stretch, is actually making something that I love work for me. So basically, it's wearing whatever is the thing that lights you up. If you have something in the back of your closet that you're like, oh, I've always been wanting for a place to wear this to,
Yep.
this is the time to do it. Or if you're the type of person that has a way that you show up in the world normally, that like you have to do these certain things in order to go
Mhm.
out in life, it might be like not doing part of that. Like if
Perfect.
you do full face makeup when you go out, okay, your edge might actually be going out without makeup.
That's it.
Or it might even just be showing up,
Mhm.
because just coming to an event like this where the purpose is to create safety for women to be able to play with what they like and what they enjoy, and actually to just have fun in and of themselves, like that in and of itself is a rebellious act. So just being there is a big deal.
I'm into it. January 11th. It's in Plymouth.
Yes, at 3V. It's from 11:30 to 3:30. We have a DJ, Cindy Collins, that's going to be there.
She's fabulous.
She is amazing. We also have Lindsay Height, who is a branding and boudoir photographer.
Fun.
And she's going to be there taking photos of all the women. And
The thought of that gives me anxiety.
Totally voluntary. And we wanted an opportunity for women to be able to be like, I just like did myself up in the way that is most fun and enjoyable to me, and I want to be able to record it in some way. So women will have the opportunity to purchase photos of themselves afterwards. And we're partnering with oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name now, and this feels really bad. Miss Louisa's Prom Closet in Bridgewater is sponsoring the event, and they're doing $35 dress rentals for anyone that wants to come. They have an inventory of 10,000.
Stop.
Yeah, 10,000.
Oh, see, I like that. I would rent a dress for that, because I was just kind of stressing about what the hell I was going to wear. I've got nothing in my closet that speaks to me.
Yeah.
It's of all the sizes I never will be. It's fine. Like, but this dress is beautiful and someone will wear it someday.
Right. And they have sizes, like all different sizes. They also have vintage dresses there
Love
from
that.
like the 80s. So like I've taken a look at their inventory. I'm actually going there tomorrow to take a look at it all and show you guys what they have. But it's an opportunity to be able to also give back to a nonprofit, because they are a nonprofit where they give the proceeds to kids who don't have the funds to go to prom, right? So they help those children be able to go and do the things
and feel beautiful.
Exactly.
And go to prom.
Right. So we get to kind of give back to the mission at the same time, which is awesome.
How do I get tickets?
So if you go to my website, www.thefera Collective, so FERA.com, at the very top, there's a banner that says, join us for the ball gown brunch on January 11th.
Perfect. I just dropped it in the chat so that everybody can grab it afterwards. If you're driving or you're off wherever you are, if you're listening to us on lemonadio.com and you're going about your day, we're also on Roku TV and Alexa Play Lemonadio Radio, so you can always listen to us wherever you are. I hope I didn't set her off. Every time I say her name, I'll hear her upstairs. What would you like to say? All of a sudden now I'm in stereo. I'm like, no. I try and disconnect her in the morning. She's a spy.
She is a spy.
Exactly. How do you get a hold of you? Because you do coaching, you
Mhm.
do small groups,
Yep.
you will lead kind of any conversation that maybe you want to explore something in you that you don't exactly know, and you need somebody to bounce something off of. And it might not be your best girlfriend. You don't want them to know that part of you yet. Right?
Understood.
It
Yeah,
happens.
absolutely. I think finding a safe space to be able to have those conversations is a big deal. So yeah, you can find me. My email is Corey at theferacollective.com. So COREY. And you can also find me on Instagram or Facebook. So just look for the Fera Collective and you'll find me.
Anything you want people to know about you and anything that you do that we haven't covered today?
I think we've covered a lot
I know,
today.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about like the different services that we offer.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really
And like marching orders, what is something that you can change today? I don't know.
okay.
Sometimes it gets a little heavy.
I have one thing to change today. So the first thing that I would love, this is your homework for today, okay?
Love it.
Is to brag on yourself. Okay. So like to actually take a look at like what am I doing today that I am proud of? What am I doing that is something that I feel good about? And say it out loud. Say like I'm really proud to someone, to another human being.
I love it. Okay.
Like I'm really proud of myself today because I did this. And not something that's like because I went to the gym
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or like, I don't
Not
know.
a task.
We're not a task, right? Like something that actually feels good to you about you, right? So like I am proud of myself today because I wore an outfit that I love at freaking 7 o'clock in the morning.
I'm proud of you.
Like like I got up and did that today because I knew that if I showed up in a way that I felt good, then I could be like in a happy place this morning. Right?
Exactly. You know, I'm proud of myself every day for getting up and just having a smile on. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
The stuff that I have to deal with sometimes, I'm like, is this real life? Well, whatever. We are going to roll with it.
Right. Yeah.
I tried not to look into my email this morning and I was immediately irritated. Looking you up right now. Would you love to talk more? Absolutely. Collaborate with her because she's fabulous. Corey is wonderful. I mean, we've known each other for a really long time, but it was like not until fairly recently where we got together and just had a lunch and we're talking about what it is. What do you like? I'm like, I don't even know.
I remember that conversation.
It was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've had thoughts about it post
Yeah.
that I was like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you don't have those conversations about, deeply
right.
what it is. It wasn't mission driven.
Yeah.
We get caught up in these spaces where we're having lunch or connecting with people that it's always mission driven. I need something, they need something. We're having this conversation.
It's transactional.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
I think everything that I do really is transactional. So it's nice to just have a conversation about nothing, but that's a lot sometimes.
Yeah. It's hard to slow down just to be in that space. So like allowing ourselves to do that is just a big freaking win.
Yeah. Well, because people, even my husband, what's the purpose of this? I don't know. Thrown.
I mean, so well done. On
Mind blown.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation.
Great.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's a huge win. Like the fact that you're saying that you do things without having a purpose, like that feels like a freaking big win to me.
Yeah.
Like just doing them because I want to.
Right. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And I have a hard time explaining myself sometimes to him because I've got no explanation. I just wanted to do it. Leave me alone. It excited me at that moment and I did it. Yes, I am a toddler and I'm okay with it.
And you're following that whole research thing. That's what you're doing by doing that.
Science. Full circle. If you want to if you want to connect with Dr. Corey Blake and the Fera Collective, please do so. I dropped the information in the chat. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining on this morning, which felt balmy outside.
I know.
Given the temperatures it's been over the last few days. I'm like, it's warm. My husband's like, it's not balmy. That's not the word you're looking for.
It is compared to 16
It was
degrees.
to me, and I was happy for it. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye, everybody. And oh yeah, listen to our podcast. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you.
It's nice to categorize things sometimes. You do what? You want to have that same conversation? Listen to my podcast. That's perfect. We'll talk soon. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.